News at 7. Governor Akeredolu again canvasses votes for APC candidates in Saturday's general elections. Court bars INEC from using Lagos State Park Management Committee Chairman MC Oluomo for electoral items distribution. Police arrest 27 persons over destruction of banks, violence in Ogun State. And from the foreign scene, U.S. President Joe Biden makes surprise visits to Ukraine amid war.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on the news tonight. My name is Timile Falade. Ondo State Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu has called on Nigerians to come out en masse this weekend to vote for the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress (APC), Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Governor Akeredolu also enjoined the electorate to vote for all senatorial and House of Representatives candidates of the APC in the Saturday's election. The chairman of the Southwest Governors Forum, while speaking at his Owa country home, explains that the choice of Tinubu cannot be faulted, judging from the political workings of the country. Akeredolu, who highlighted the benefits of electing Tinubu as the next president in Nigeria, described him as a trusted and tested leader.
We are convinced for the fact that Tinubu has a track record of achievement, and among those who are around his record of achievement towers above every other person. So we are supporting him that he is more qualified, not only because he's one of us from my race, but he's more qualified. I want us to know this.
According to him, the insistence on Southern presidency is for fairness and equality, noting that the country was built on a tripod. Meanwhile, the Ondo State chapter of the All Progressives Congress (APC) is collaborating with the legal practitioner Adejombo Omofumilewa, as well as the state government, for the public presentation of the third edition of the book entitled Bola Tinubu, Threading the Path of Our Founding Fathers. The book launch is billed for tomorrow, February 21st. The event, which holds at Real Birds Hotel, Alagbaka, will host dignitaries within and outside the state. Organizers of the event listed expected guests to include Asiwaju Bola Tinubu and his running mate Kazim Shettima, Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, Senator Madu Ali, Otunba Iyola Omishore, among others. Now, the Lagos State government has provided alternative routes ahead of the presidential mega rally of the All Progressives Congress slated for tomorrow in the state. In a statement by the General Manager of the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, Bolaji Aregba, the government said the alternative routes would reduce inconvenience and travel time before and during the rally. Last mile advised motorists from the local airport to Maryland to use Kodesh via Obafemi Awolowo to reach Kudirat Abiola through Ojota and connect to their destinations. The agency said while the procession holds on the main carriageway on Ikorodu Road, the service lane will be available for use by the motorists without any hassle. The All Progressives Congress has rejected the appointment of a former director of the party's Presidential Campaign Council, Najatu Muhammad, as the Northwest Coordinator of the Police Service Commission in the forthcoming general elections. The ruling party made the decision in a statement by its Director of Public Affairs and Chief Spokesperson, Tinubu Shettima PCC, Mr. Festus Keyamo. The party said it was deeply shocked by Muhammad's appointment, adding that our selection is callous and insensitive considered a strained relationship with the APC. The APC PCC pointed out that the role given to Muhammad required an unbiased person, saying she cannot deliver in her position. The African Democratic Congress ADC has endorsed the Labour Party presidential candidates Peter Obi and his running mate Dati Baba Ahmed for the February 25 presidential election. According to the post on the official Twitter handle of the party, the endorsements held in Abuja today follows the formation of a coalition which aims to propel Peter Obi and Dati to the highest office in the land. The coalition, which is made up of several alliance partners such as Nigeria Mothers for Good Governance, Fulani United, and Leagues of Imams, among others, said that seek to create a formidable force for the Obi-Dati ticket. The event was attended by prominent figures such as the ADC National Chairman, Chief Raphael Owosu, BOT Chairman, Dr. Mani Ibrahim Ahmed, and Professor Pat Utomi. The Federal High Court sitting in Lagos has granted an order restraining the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) from engaging, using, or further dealing with the chairman of the Lagos Parks and Garages, Mosiliu Akinsoya, better known as MC Oluomo, in the distribution of election materials and ad hoc staff for the forthcoming polls in the state. The injunction was granted by Justice Chukwujeku Aneke, following an application filed by the Labour Party LP and its gubernatorial candidate in Lagos State, Gbadebo Rhodes Viva. It was gathered that INEC was absent at the proceedings. However, a lawyer for the Labour Party told the court that the commission was served with the court papers.
Forthcoming election, by the ruling of the court today on our motion on notice, which had been duly served on INEC, and they have chosen not to come to court. The court has granted our injunction restraining INEC from further consummating and or continuing the engagement of MC Oluomo-led Park Management Committee in Lagos State for the distribution of electoral materials and its agenda during this forthcoming election. Waiting for my court, for the Lord, for his courage, for granting.
A counsel for the Labour Party is speaking there. Now, with the general elections barely a few days away, the Nigeria Police Force has trained officials and other stakeholders on curbing electoral violence in the country. The one-day seminar for strategic police heads, military departments, other security agencies, and stakeholders involved in election security management was on the directive of the Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba. Baba said the force would work closely with relevant stakeholders to ensure preparedness to deliver on its mandate of providing full security coverage before, during, and after the 2023 general election. The force spokesman said the seminar with the theme, "The Role of the Nigeria Police Force in Curbing Election Violence in Nigeria as it affects the upcoming 2023 general election," will be attended by several strategic stakeholders. Former Osrc State Governor and Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Timothy Silva, has joined the race to run for governorship seat of the Niger Delta State. According to reports, friends of the minister have purchased the 50 million naira All Progressives Congress nomination and expression of interest for the former governor. Reliable sources said the friends of the erstwhile minister who stormed the APC National Secretariat today to pick up the nomination from said they took the action due to the love they have for its leadership style. Silva was governor of Bayelsa State from 2008 to 2012 and was later appointed Minister of State for Petroleum Resources in 2019. The governorship election in Bayelsa State is slated for November 11, 2023. You're still watching OSRC News at 7. Please stay with us as we take this break.
We go wash plate tire. Farabalẹ̀ now. Madam, hello lowo wa. brother, na 3,005.
Màá fún yín ní owó pé káàdì Glo ẹlẹ́gbẹ̀rún 10,000.
Oh yeah.
Bring your phone.
Ha! 10,000.
1,000 naira credit. 9 years on to 10,000.
No. All of us don't know about Glo Berekete. Ní ìlọ́po mẹ́wàá nísìnyí.
Ṣé o ti gbọ́? Ìlọ́po mẹ́wàá ló máa gbà lórí iyekíye tó o bá rà sórí ohun ìpè Glo Berekete 10 times rẹ.
I told you. Now what go tell?
Thank you for rejoining us. You're still on to OSRC News at 7. You can watch us live on our website www.osrc.ng or follow us on Facebook OSRC TV Ondo, and on YouTube you can subscribe to our channel OSRC TV Ondo. The Ondo State Head of Service, Kayode Ogundele, has expressed the preparedness of the State Public Service Training Institute (PSTI) in Ilaramokin to meet the contemporary needs of the state and its environs. Pastor Ogundele made this position known during an unscheduled inspection visit to the institute as part of efforts to reposition the public service for optimal service delivery in the state. OSRC's Sahid Aribisala reports that the head of service enjoined youths to utilize the institute to acquire skills for self-reliance.
Yes, yeah.
Ondo State Head of Service Kayode Ogundele is on a visit to the Public Service Training Institute in Ilaramokin, a federal local government area of the state. The visit is in continuation of his unscheduled call to various ministries, departments and agencies of government geared towards repositioning the service. The head of service, who commended the management and staff of PSTI for keeping the dreams alive for establishing the institute, said it is government's desire to use it to address the training needs of the public service. Ogundele enjoined youths to leverage the opportunity of the institute for skill acquisition in order to tackle unemployment.
This is a very critical government infrastructures that has been planted here, and we must ensure that people feel and they enjoy the value that is expected to deliver. So it is very important we begin to think out of the box, see how we can encourage those young people around here to use the facilities here. We have so much of facilities here that we cannot allow to lie fallow. We must, and it is in the process of use that you will get value for what you are using.
The head of service, who was a former Director General and Permanent Secretary of the Institute, charged the staff to always work as a team.
No matter where you are, the most important thing is you can always bloom. You can always radiate light around that corner, and that's what will make you visible. That's what will make people know that yes, there is value. Salt has no value except it's added to whatever you are cooking and then it tastes.
The Director General of the Institute, Dr. Olumide Ashere, and the Institute's Director of Program appreciated the HOS for extending his inspection to the school, noting that this will boost morale of staff.
The head of service really cares about the workforce of Ondo State, even though we are located in a somewhat remote environment. Nevertheless, his coming has been a boost to our morale. He has been able to appreciate the work and the effort we are doing here, to the benefit of Ondo State public service.
When he was here, he would go from office to office, interact with us. So we are glad to have him back. It's like he came back home to us.
Visits like this one is expected to enable government get feedbacks from the workforce on areas where improvements are needed to further help the actualization of Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredelu's redeemed agenda. Sahid Aribisala, OSRC News.
Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredelu has condoled with the victims of the fire disaster which occurred in Idonre local government area. The governor, who visited the scene of the incident, assured that government would provide succor for them through relief materials by the State Emergency Management Agency. The reports.
The fire incident occurred on Saturday evening when a tanker carrying petrol fell while trying to offload fuel through a filling station and caught fire, leading to the razing down of a filling station and a nearby building. Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, during an on-the-spot assessment of the extent of damage by the inferno, regretted the incident and appreciated efforts of men of the fire service who rose to the occasion to help reduce the effect of the disaster. The governor, represented by his deputy, Lucky Ayedatiwa, thanked God that no life was lost and noted that government is always conscious of giving approval for siting of filling stations in the state, especially in residential areas, but noted that the filling station had been there and not a new one.
The present administration is actually looking into granting approval to petrol stations, especially the location, so that it will not be located in a place where it will endanger lives of people in case of any form of accident like this. And I know it's something this government is very, very serious about. We have a concern for location of petrol stations in those states. And this also will be reviewed because of the incident that happened today. So I want to plead with all of you to be patient with the government and don't let this, wear you down.
Governor Akeredolu said the State Emergency Management Agency would take stock of the things affected by the inferno for government to provide succor. Akeredolu, however, called on the youths to always be patient with the men of fire service anytime such incidents happen and allow them to do their job.
For those who have lost their houses and their wells and their shops, I want to plead with you to be patient. And whatever we can do to support you, we commiserate with you. We sympathize with you on this occasion. We pray that this kind of incident will not happen in this place.
The victims of the fire incident, Mrs. Dorcas Mohammed and Mrs. Akimbode Akinwalere, while narrating the ordeal, said the fire incident has left them homeless, thereby appealing for government's assistance.
Anybody to lè mú slippers bọ́ta gbà tó ti bọ́lẹ̀ ń bí gbà kò ju ìṣẹ́jú méjì tí bí náà yẹn ṣe park nìyẹn gbogbo wa dẹ̀ gba ẹ̀yìn lè bọ́ síta kò sí nǹkan tá a mú jáde ń bẹ̀ o inú ìdààmú ní gbogbo wa wà báyìí o ẹ gbà wá sílẹ̀ o ẹ gbà wá sílẹ̀ alápá ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ o. ìwọ̀nba ọjà ká ṣe tà á tó wọ́ àti gbogbo nǹkan yẹn ti jó dànù. As we are here, we are nothing but God and you the government.
Chairman of the Idore local government, Kayode Aroloye, while appreciating the state government's proactiveness, called for a fire service station in the local government to minimize the extent of damage in future.
Our IGR to the state is one of the biggest. And we are hoping that after the deputy governor for all what the responsibility to the governor that he should please do everything within his power to help us get fighting station.
No life was lost in the inferno. However, some injured victims are undergoing treatment in the hospital.
Videji of Akure Oba Alade Toyinbo Alade Lucy has conferred a chieftaincy title on Baatono of Akure Kingdom on the Director General of Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Dr. Bashir Jamo. Oba Alade Toyinbo said the conferment of the title is in recognition of its impact on the lives of many, including Akure's sons and daughters. OSRC's Sahid Aribisala reports that the new Baatono, Dr. Jamo, gives scholarships to youths in the kingdom.
The Director General of Nigeria Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, Dr. Bashir Jamo, arrived at the Palace of Deji of Akure alongside family, friends and well-wishers to a warm reception from the Akure community. Zaria-born Dr. Jamo, who is in the Asian Palace for our honorary chieftaincy title of Baatono of Akure Kingdom, was made to observe necessary rites amid pomp and ceremony.
You are the pathfinder. You are the chief strategist to the DG and the pathfinder for Akure Kingdom.
The DG of Alade Tunyibo, Alade Lucy, noted that the conferment of the title is in recognition of the Nimasa DG's impact in the lives of many, including Akure sons and daughters.
You never regret that you got this title. Those people working in Amaisa too, you're going to have progress during your own time.
Dr. Bashir Jamo, who was later clad in Yoruba traditional attire, was welcomed into the club of honorary chiefs by the Balogun of Akure Kingdom, Rear Admiral Sami Alade.
As a mark of welcome to you, I will decorate you with this bead.
In his address, the Nimasa boss appreciated the DG for finding him worthy of the honor and said he will continue to contribute to the development of Akure, particularly in area of youth empowerment.
We will not take that honor for granted. We will ensure that we keep the peace, we maintain the temple, and we sustain the temple in making the Akure Kingdom proud and making Nigeria proud.
The Minister of State for Transportation, Ademola Adegoroye, and some other dignitaries in attendance, including the representatives of emirs of Katsina and Zaria, expressed confidence in the ability of Dr. Jamo as a pathfinder.
What you have done today signifies something great in Akure Kingdom. When you go all the way there to bring somebody all the way to come here, you are expanding the frontiers of your kingdom. Because now we have a branch in Zaria.
We believe that this is encouragement. This is something that
share with us
at least
what God has given to you. Please kindly refer to the document and check
between the
for
south and the north.
Account numbers.
Coexistence.
We believe so much in building bridges. Is a bridge builder. Whether you are Yoruba, you are Hausa, you need to promote unity and national integration.
Dr. Bashir Jamo is a PhD holder in logistics and transport management with over 32 years of professional and technocratic experience in the transportation and maritime sectors of the Nigerian economy. Sahida Ribisala, OSRC News.
The Ogun State Police Command has arrested 27 suspects in connection with the pandemonium that broke out in Shagamu this morning. The police public relations officer in the state, Admin Bola Oyeyemi, disclosed this few hours after the violence which led to the destruction of 2 banks. Now to the foreign scene, United States President Joe Biden has made an unannounced visit to Ukraine amid the country's war with Russia. According to a release shared by the White House, the purpose of the president's visit is to reaffirm America's unwavering and unflagging commitment to Ukraine's democracy, sovereignty, and territorial integrity. As part of his itinerary, Biden will meet with his Ukrainian counterpart Volodymyr Zelensky in the country's capital, Kiev, where they will have an extended discussion on America's support for Ukraine. And now to sports. Sunshine Stars Football Club of Akure have moved to the 2nd position of the Nigeria Premier Football League Group B table following a 1-0 win over Wiki Tourists of Bauchi. Samson Olashopo got the only goal of the game from a header in the 57th minute of encounter at the Ondo State Sports Complex in Akure. OSRC's Benga Oluwajano now reports.
Edith Agoye's men charged from the blast of the whistle as the team's real chance came in the 11th minute when assist master David Donovo squared from a corner kick in the vital area, but Wiki Toys' goalkeeper was quick to dislodge. The goal eventually arrived in the 57 minutes when Samson Olashopo calmly headed home following an assist from a corner kick from Abdulaziz Ajagbe. Wiki Tourists stepped up their accounts moments later, but were firmly resisted by Sunshine Stars backline with Odume Kerete and Ogwabo Emmanuel combining well. Sunshine Stars head coach Edith Agoye in his post-match interview thanked supporters of his team, assuring them of a better and stronger team when the second stanza resumes.
Talking about the numbers of goals we score in games, it's a big concern and we're working seriously on it. Today's game is an exception. Today's game was an highly tactical side. It was a team that is well organized defensively. They prevented us from creating too many goal-scoring chances today. But it's a very good one for Samson Olasupo. The clear-cut chance that we got, he converted it. That's a very good one for us. But like I said, we'll continue to work hard on the aspect of goal-scoring and we'll try as much as possible to improve on that.
Head coach of Wiki Tourists, Abdullahi Adamu, regretted that his side could not take the 3 points home.
When you look at our attack during the first half, they created almost 5 chances, most especially in corner kicks, but we didn't utilize the opportunity we got. Second half, we make substitution, and the substitution was effective, but there was no goal.
The win takes Sunshine Stars tally to 15 points from 9 games, with 9 to go in the season. The Nigeria Premier Football League program will now proceed on a 3-week break and resume on the 12th of next month, with Sunshine Stars again locking horns with Wiki in Bauchi. Binga Oluwajano, West House News.
Before we go tonight, let's remind you that Ondo State Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu has again called on Nigerians to come out en masse this weekend to vote for the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The governor, at a meeting in Owo, also enjoined the electorate to vote for all senatorial and House of Representatives candidates of the APC in Saturday's election. And the Federal High Court sitting in Lagos has granted an order restraining the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, from engaging, using, or further dealing with the chairman of the Lagos Parks and Garages, Musiliu Akinsoya, better known as MC Oluomo, in the distribution of election materials and ad hoc staff for the forthcoming polls in the state. The injunction was granted by Justice Chukwe Jukwe Aneke following an application filed by the Labour Party and its gubernatorial candidate in Lagos State, Gbadebo Rhodes Viva. And that's the news. Thank you for watching. Good night.